Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to discuss about a topic that is really common in the B schools, and most of the recruiters that go to the B school try to question people in a different way related to this concept only, and they try to see if the candidate really understand the basics of the marketing, basics of the product launching techniques, and what all factors influence the launch of a product or sustainability and profitability in the market. Correct? Now the topic I'm talking about is the 7 P's of marketing. Earlier there were 4 major P's that were considered really important as a part of the marketing strategy, but as the time grows we have realized that there are 7 key factors that really influence the marketing strategy, which are important. Now the first one which I'm going to talk about today is the product. Now product is basically the item or the service or anything that you're going to present to the customer, and he's finally going to take it home and experience it, right? Now when we say about the product, you need to realize, is your product really relevant in the current marketing scenario? So is your product really offering, or does it deliver what it really promises to the customers? That is really important. Second, what are your competitors currently in the market offering to the customers vis-a-vis your product? That is again important. Third, you have to realize, is it the right time to launch that particular product in the market, or you have to wait for the right time? Correct? Also, you have to realize what is the uniqueness in your product which will ask the customer to shift to your particular product instead of your competition. So all these factors really need to be there before you launch that particular product in the market. So these factors are really important. Now let's talk about the second topic, which is the place. Now place is really important. So basically, as the name suggests, it's like where you want to sell your product. Is it the brick and mortar stores? Is it the e-commerce platforms? Is it the telemarketing? Are the e-catalogs or personalized emails which you're going to send to your old customers or random customers? So what is the source of, or the place from where you will sell your particular product or service? That is what the place says. Now in the current scenarios, you see e-commerce is primarily the only way for companies to sell, considering the pandemic situations and the lockdown conditions. But some luxury brands have always been focused on the brick and mortars and the luxury and the experience they want to offer through their stores. So you have to see, you have to decide basically your product corresponding to the service, corresponding to the place where you want to offer it. Correct? So that becomes the place. Now the third one is price. Price is again the hot topic for every brand today. Now brands today want to capture both the markets, which is the premium and the flagship market, as well as the price centric market. Now what happens in both the market is really important in comparison to your product or service. So if your product is really competitive on price, so you have to be ready to face much more competition from many brands, many competitors, many companies, right? Also, you have to have the price which is really competitive, and you have to add additional features so that the customers really go for your particular product. Also, you will notice there's no such brand association in terms of customers, and there's very less loyalty among the customers for your particular brand related to that particular product. If another brand will offer a more a better product or an offering, they will switch to that, because for less money they are getting more basics, right? Now if you go to flagship part of it, so many companies like Apple, Samsung, Sony, they have always catered to the premium segment, and now while shifting to the price centric one also, but the premium segment has always been their hotspot. Now there you will feel that the customers are really loyal. They have a brand association with the customer, with the company, and they feel that okay, we belong to this company, we want its products, and it adds a sense of premiumness with that price. So you have to see which market you are catering to, what is your target customer, and how do you want to get the customer to perceive your particular brand, right? So price is really important in all these factors. Okay, now let's talk about promotion. Promotion is that part where you start creating an image for a particular product. So you have a product, but again you have to promote it. You have to entice the customer. You have to create the need, want, and maybe the desire, which we discussed in our previous videos. You have to create the desire for that product in the minds of the customers. If you have to, so let's take an example. So if I take an example of an iPhone, so they launch a new series of iPhone every September, October, and people like replace their old phones, replace their phones which they bought just last year, old iPhones, and they shift because there's such a desire to try the new product. There's such a desire for the new premium features and everything. This is how they promote their brand. This is how they create an exclusivity for their product, right? So promotion covers all that. Also, you have to understand the platforms where you want to promote. Is it the television ads, the TVCs? Is it the online medias, the social groups, your social media platforms, Twitters, Facebooks, and your e-commerce platforms, Amazon, Flipkart, your your influencer marketing, influencer branding, where celebrities and influencers, they take their own social media platforms, they promote your product, and they have their paid partnerships. So all these come under promotions, right? Now let's talk about the next P, which is the people. Now when I talk about people is basically all the members of that particular company, all the staff, whoever you want to recruit, whoever is a part of that company or a brand, comes under people. So what the people part of it says is, you have to recruit the right person with the correct skills for that particular job. So most companies that fail very early in their life cycle is because they are not able to identify the right talent, and they're not able to retain the right talent and use it optimally. That is where most of the companies fail. Now you have to realize that you have to identify the correct people for the correct job. That is where you will have the maximum profitability, and that is where you have the maximum output of work, obviously, right? So this is the people part of it. And also, if you have the brick and mortar stores, if you have the retail stores, the right people will treat the right customers accordingly and increase their buying experience. So all in all, this also caters to the brand image, how you treat your customers when they come to your store, right? So this is the people part of it. Now the next one which I'm going to talk about is the processes. Now most of the companies, they try to launch their product in a very haphazard manner. There's no right technique, whether it's in terms of distribution, in terms of storage, in terms of front-end retail handling, what are the processes of point of sale, what are the processes of returns, how to handle complaints. So there are different processes starting from the production to the final purchase, whether it is warehousing, whether it is distribution, where it is transportation, everything, your sales staff training. So all these processes have to be laid properly and are interconnected. This is what the company needs to understand, that these processes are interconnected and they have to work together so that you can finally deliver the product, make the product, and keep the customer happy, so that your brand image is of supreme in the market, right? So this is the process. This is the process part. Now the final P which I'm going to talk about is the physical evidence. Now the physical evidence can also be bifurcated into two, which is basically the promotions and the packaging. But let's talk about it as a whole. Not promotions, basically the packaging and the positioning. Yeah. So let's talk about them together in the physical evidence. So physical evidence is basically how the customer will perceive your product or service when he looks at it. So it can be in terms of packaging, it can be in terms of your store facade, it can be in terms of your staff, how are they dressed, how do they speak. So let's take an example of a hotel. If you enter a hotel, how is the reception area, how is the cleanliness, how is the staff. So everything matters. So physical evidence is basically what you see is what you get. This is what the customer perceives. So if I see a bad promotion, if I see there's nothing from company about the product, if they just launched it and I really don't know about it, I'm trying to figure it out myself, you might fail. So if there's a hotel which is really shabby looking, there's nothing to do about it. It's really creaks like, okay, you need to run away from it. Boom, you're gone, right? So physical evidence is basically, yeah, what you see is what you get. This is what the customer perceive. So all in all these 7 P's have to be considered really particularly by the company. Just think about yourself as a customer, as an outsider, and then think of all these points and just tick mark whatever is perfect according to you, according to the competitors, what strategies they are following, what you need to follow, what are the changes you need to do, and then finally you launch your product. I hope you understand the importance of these 7 P's, and let me tell you, these are really important and you need to practice to see things this way. If you are a marketing student, if you are into management, into sales, you have to start thinking along these 7 P's whenever you see a product or a company launching a particular product. Okay, just try this out and think along these 7 points, and let me tell you, your major concepts will be clear. I'll sign off for this video. Let's talk about the next topic. Until next time, please stay safe. Please be safe. Follow all the quarantine rules. And yep, take care. Bye.